You're halfway through security when the conveyor belt stops. The TSA officer leans closer to their screen, squints, then signals to a colleague. Your bag, the one you've flown with dozens of times, gets pulled to the side. Other passengers are collecting their belongings and heading to their gates while you're standing there watching a gloved hand reach into your carefully packed carry-on. The item they pull out looks completely innocent. You packed it without a second thought. But what you didn't know is that enforcement protocols shifted dramatically this year, and that everyday item just became your worst nightmare. The officer's face shows no emotion as they explain your options. Forfeit it now, pay to check your bag if there's still time, or miss your flight. There's no negotiation. There's no, but I've always brought this. Your pulse quickens. Your boarding time is in 12 minutes. People are staring. This isn't random selection. This isn't bad luck. What's happening right now is the result of enforcement infrastructure that changed completely in 2025, catching travelers who assume the rules stayed the same since their last trip. The technology got smarter, the policies got stricter, and the margin for honest mistakes evaporated entirely. Airlines are under intense pressure to reduce boarding delays, so they've equipped gate agents with detection tools and performance metrics tied to violation catches. What used to pass without comment now triggers automatic secondary screening. The system operates on mathematical thresholds and algorithmic detection patterns that most passengers don't even know exist. But here's what you need to understand. Once you know what the system is programmed to catch, you can pack strategically around it. The triggers are specific. The enforcement is predictable. And while everyone else is operating on outdated information from pre-pandemic travel, you're about to learn exactly what pulls bags in 2025 and how to avoid every single trap in 2026. The first violation catches people completely off guard because it involves something they use every single day. You've packed your collection of aerosol products: dry shampoo, hairspray, deodorant, sunscreen spray, fabric refresher. Each container is under the airline size limit. Each one has traveled with you before. The TSA officer removes your bag, lines up your aerosols or your inspection table, and starts checking labels. Then comes the news that makes your stomach drop. Your total aerosol volume exceeds the allowed limit. Multiple cans get confiscated despite each individual container being compliant. You're watching $70 of products get tossed into a bin while your boarding time approaches. The officer has already moved on to the next passenger. You realize there's no appeal happening here. Here's what nobody explains properly. The FAA has always limited aerosols to 70 ounces total per passenger across all containers, with no single container exceeding 18 ounces. That rule has existed for decades. What changed in 2025 is automated detection at checkpoints. The new CT scanners can identify pressurized containers by their density signature and metal valve components. When you pack 7 or 8 aerosol cans, the system flags your bag because the cumulative volume approaches or exceeds regulatory limits. This enforcement tightened after a February 14, 2025 incident where a pressurized aerosol container exploded in an overhead bin during ascent on a Southwest flight, injuring 2 passengers and forcing an emergency return. The pressure differential at altitude caused the failure, and subsequent investigations revealed the passenger had packed 9 aerosol containers totaling over 100 ounces. TSA now mandates that screening officers physically count aerosol containers when multiple appear on the scanner and verify total volume doesn't exceed 70 ounces. Officers carry quick reference volume conversion charts and are specifically trained to calculate cumulative totals. Any excess containers are immediately confiscated with no option to redistribute among travel companions. You'll lose products you spent good money on, and the inspection process creates a 12 to 18-minute delay while officers document everything in their system. But here